We have some very hungry pigs, don't we? You think you're getting fed, don't you? Now, Robert's got to eat her special snack, and then you guys can all eat dinner. Oh, I know you're hungry. Really? So it's almost 4 o'clock. The chickens are, it's kind of dark in that corner, but they are out for playtime. Yaya is still trying to put on some weight, so I have her out for her special snack. And then afterwards I'm going to feed them dinner, because I don't want her to miss out on dinner. But then if I feed her veggies first, and then I try to give her special snack, she will probably just end up pooping and peeing. And I washed the couch, so I don't really want to have that. That's why she's on a towel. Do you like playtime? Do you like playtime, Popo? Yeah, did you eat a cord the other day, even though Mom had you blocked off from it? That's a bad chinchilla. It's a good thing she unplugs everything. Yes, that's how you get hurt. We don't do that, Popo. Yeah, we don't do that. Good boy. So I just got back from grocery shopping for the first time without Colleen since all of this stuff happened in the world, and honestly I was really nervous because I don't know, with all of like the rules and stuff, I don't really like going places alone, and I didn't before, so this has kind of made it worse. So I survived, I went through it. I like to go really early in the morning. It's not even 8 o'clock yet, and I got there around 7, and then I had to drive home, so that way I can avoid people. I always was like that though, you know. I prefer not to run into people I know. The whole point of sharing this is that if you guys struggle like I do with like doing really simple adulting things like grocery shopping, you can do it. I had really bad stomach cramps before I went, but I got it done, and which is kind of sad because, like, you know, hi, I'm almost 30 and this sort of thing gets me anxious. But I did it. I did forget to get the guinea pigs bell pepper because they didn't have them put out yet, and I was kind of just like trying to get done. However, I did take a pit stop into the toy section. No, I'm supposed to be not buying dolls right now, but I don't know why. They've had some really good sales on the LOL Surprise and OMG stuff at Walmart. Like the brand new playsets they just came out with got marked down for $5. So I was actually seeing if they restocked those, because every time I go in the aisle they'll have the clearance tag but they're all gone. And likewise, they have some of like the winter disco dolls, I think, that were marked down, but they didn't actually have the dolls. But these were $11 each, so they had Dazzle and Groovy Babe, which I'm really excited about because, you know, I don't really have many OMGs, and for $11 each, it's a pretty good deal. That's more than half off. They retail for $26 at my Walmart. So I'm gonna unpack my groceries and then we're gonna open them. So here are Groovy Babe and Dazzle unboxed. Now I'm gonna wash Groovy Babe's hair. But Dazzle's got this like braided hairstyle. And oh, actually, that's gonna need some work. But she's not gonna need to like have a full wash or anything because her hair is all in braids. And for the most part it's nice. So they came with a few little things like sunglasses and outerwear. And it's interesting, Groovy Babe has earrings, but Dazzle has a bracelet and no earrings. And I saved some of their box art for future backgrounds, because like I could lay these silhouettes over some colorful scrapbook paper or something. And then these are going to be the first stickers I put in my new OMG house. So I put Dazzle's sticker in the bedroom because I think that the colors really work with her. And then I thought Groovy Babe would look really good in this bathroom because it's a lot of black and white and I don't know, just groovy. So I put her there. I do have room in my old house for more stickers, and actually I feel like there's less going on the walls. So I'll probably end up having more stickers over here eventually anyways. And in this clip I am getting the boil wash water ready, and I'm washing Groovy Babe, and I'm also going to wash the ends of Dazzle's hair because there was that really weird messed up braid. I'm not sure if it got stuck in the packaging or something when the people at the factory were putting her in. I'm not really sure, but
either way, I decided that she would get a little work too, so I washed them out with dish soap and then conditioned, and I'm doing that to dazzle off camera. And then I did boil wash them, not for super long because their hair was already pretty nice, but I don't know, I like to wash my dolls when I get them. It's just a thing. I think their hair always does look nicer, and the OMGs especially have really, really crunchy hair from all the product they put in, and I hate that. It's one of my pet peeves. I mentioned it a lot, so that's what I did. I wanted to make sure it was all rinsed out and smelling nice. And of course I had to make Dazzle earrings because she wasn't supposed to come with any, but she had the ear holes, and she has these really cool neon colors, and I have a ton of beads, as you can see from this kit I have in front of the camera, that match the neon colors of her outfit. Now I would have loved to have used my orange pom-poms, but I only had one left, so I couldn't use it, or that would have been perfect for her.
Alright, so I have my girls in the houses now because they're all dry, and the ends of her braids look a lot better, and I made her these earrings, which are kind of hard to see in this lighting, but they're ridiculous looking, I admit, but her outfit just has so many awesome neon colors, and I love the tinsel in her hair. And what's really cool is when you take the little black light that came with her, she has like words in her eyebrows and like these really cool features that pop, and I love her little heart freckles. So she's the only OMG in this old house currently because there's not as much seating, but I wanted there to be some supervision for my tots, and I thought she looked really cute here. And then we have Groovy Babe in the bathroom because I thought she just looked like, this is so her vibe, like the flooring and stuff. So she's hanging out in here in the shower. And I decided not to have her jacket on just because the lining in mine kind of sticks out awkwardly. It doesn't lay flat, so I thought it looked better this way. And I love their hands. Their hands are soft, so they pull in and out really easily when you're trying to dress them. But they look really cute. I'm so glad I have some more OMGs. And what's cool is these are my first ones that weren't part, Oliver, stop it. But my first ones that weren't part of a like family pack. Well guys, buying YouTube views is not a myth, it's a thing. I went to check my doll email and I got this random message from some company that's like, oh, you can buy views, and they're trying to advocate why you should buy YouTube views. This is a terrible idea. I mean, seriously, this is why you shouldn't feel bad when people get a lot of views and stuff, because I'm sure a lot of people do buy them. The thing about YouTube videos is you want actual people who want to watch your content to find your content and watch it. This is why I don't subscribe to random people that ask me to, why I don't ask people to subscribe, why I don't go on other channels trying to promote myself, because you want people...
Can you buy me some friends?
No, you want people who actually want to watch your videos to watch them. That's the whole point. To subscribe to me that's never actually gonna watch my videos. And likewise, you don't want a bunch of fake views because then you don't know how many real people are watching. This is ridiculous. It's social media. You don't want to be interacting with robots. You want to be interacting with real people. I got very distracted by doll identification for someone else. These mug shots were just some photos that I printed so I could ID dolls better. If they're older, like, you know, like this doll from the early 2000s or before, I don't usually need to print them, but this like mid 2000s to present day generation is so generic, and there's just no way I can like flip back and forth between two computer screens when I'm trying to identify, like especially in bulk. So yes, I printed out a bunch and I made notes to myself. I wasn't able to identify them all, unfortunately, for that person. If you guys send me stuff to identify, it can take me a little while to get around to it if you send me a lot of stuff, and I might not be able to do all of it. Like, I spent all my free time today doing this. I didn't mean to. I just got really like hooked on figuring things out because I kind of got on a roll. But yeah, I definitely can't always identify every single thing. I have to put limits on myself, but I love to help. I don't have any like really reference stuff on newer dolls, so I have to kind of go picking through a bunch of listings and different websites and stuff to identify the dolls. If you guys do ever ask for help with that, just know it'll take me a little bit longer But I meant to finish this transformation video, and I have not dressed Cupid yet or photographed her. And that was all I had to do, and now it's lunchtime. I guess I'm gonna eat lunch and then get to cracking. So the art room / doll room is kind of blown apart right now because we, as in Colleen, was setting up the thumbnail for the last episode of Dolly Diaries, which was actually finished quite a while ago, but we prioritized a different video thumbnail. So I think it turned out really cute. She basically used one of the moving trucks.
I know I did a similar concept when we got the other house, but like because this is a duplex and because this time I didn't borrow any Bratz or Barbies, I literally just used the LOL OMG people. I thought this one looked quite a bit different.
It is very cute, and plus we have more dolls now than we had
Exactly. Yeah, well, because that was before we had like these secondhand ones from eBay or
the Midnight Family.
The Midnight Family.
Or the separate OMGs.
Yep.
I got previously in this video, or some of the loose boys.
Yep, like Pharaoh.
Yep.
Bro.
I didn't have any of them. I mean, when we took that thumbnail, I literally just had my Hair Goals dolls and my Uptown family and Downtown family. And the dolls that came with the house, obviously. That was it. That was all we had. So yeah, it's kind of chaotic.
I was borrowing the LOL tissue paper for this to put in the hat boxes.
Very cute. So yesterday we had an eye doctor appointment, and the place where our eye doctor's is right near Savers. It's really the only time we go to Savers once a year. We get our eye exams. We went around Savers. Now, I don't know if it was just the day we went or if maybe people haven't been donating as much because of everything going on, but usually there are pegboards at the back of the store where all the toys hang, and those pegboards were completely empty except like a few bags, and the only other dolls in the whole store were just like 2 in one bag together, and they weren't ones that we wanted. When we were walking around heading to the registers, we walked by the shoes, and Colleen found Pretty Hearts Barbie from 1991 for $5. Now, I wasn't originally going to buy her because it's not like the best deal for this doll or anything, but Colleen really wanted her. She was like, oh, she's 1991, like your birthday. So we got her. She has actually technically been opened already. You could tell because see how her like tabs and ties are all undone. She was probably just displayed, but these are her shoes and comb. So I'm gonna wash her, do her hair. I'm probably gonna wash her outfit just because I don't know if she was on display or something. And while I'm doing her, I have these dolls that we already had that were in my basket over there for various things like outfit repair for these two, and then this Stacy Colleen had up for a photo, and her hair could use some TLC, so I'm gonna do them.
So I did film some clips of me cleaning the dolls. That was me adding water to the laundry tub, and I'm washing the boxed lady like I normally would. I'm not using baking soda just because she didn't have any filth, but I did scrub her body down with some dish soap and wash her hair twice. But my dolls that I already have, I only washed her hair once because I know how thoroughly they were cleaned before. I am washing their bodies though because they've been hanging out in the basket for a while. I kind of forgot about them. So one of my goals for this month was to make sure that all the dolls in the basket were taken care of and put away. And I'm filling up the boil wash water because now that I've washed them all while I detangle, I know I'll have enough time to detangle them while the water is heating up. I'm not using the kettle in this case because I just have this group of dolls, and my old Barbies have already been boil washed at one point. I'm just touching them up. And I was having a problem with the Pretty Hearts Barbie's hair matting, so I had to go and get a wide tooth comb. She had saran hair, which I was really surprised because in the package it looked really fluffy and like Kanekalon, so I would have thought that she had Kanekalon instead of saran. And interestingly enough, her original outfit is, the shirt is identical to Loving You Barbies from what I can tell, except the snaps are plastic. And in this clip I am dunking them. I started with the Kanekalon hair dolls, so Stacy and Flower Surprise Barbie. And then afterwards I just left the saran hair dolls to sit for a few minutes while I gelled the others.
So all my girls are done drying. They're dressed back up. This is the new lady. Her hair is so much nicer and more gorgeous. I put it in a ponytail just because I feel like it controls it a little bit better. Love her outfit. It's all squeaky clean. So today at the flea market it was kind of slow, which is why it's included in Dolly Diaries, but we got this food truck for Barbie. Now, when I saw this, I thought it was like made for dolls, but it's actually got big play food for like kids to use, but it was all closed up, and there wasn't any room to open it on the table, so I just assumed so. But you can definitely use dolls in it. The design is so cute.
The other side's really cool.
And then, yeah, like this folds down. We've always wanted something like on this idea. So we got this Barbie in the food truck. I haven't identified her yet. I'm not sure if this is her outfit or not. And then we got Heath. Now I already have a Heath Burns doll. I got him brand new, but I saw this guy a few weeks ago when I got my dolls from the Monstrous Makeovers transformation video. The couple we buy dolls from had him too. It can be really hard to replace certain Monster and Ever After High boy dolls. Like just in general, they can cost more online, and like heaven forbid something happened to Heath. He's like my second favorite boy Monster High doll. We snagged him out. He's never even been taken out of this, Colleen.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, a lot of those dolls weren't ever undressed. We stopped at Walmart to get something quick for lunch because after the flea market, I had to go to work and help put away the nets for the grapes because I work on a farm, and we spent all day on Saturday doing that, like harvesting the grapes. So we were really hungry, so we just stopped at Walmart and we checked the toy section, and we got this sweet Orchard Barn. Now, we saw this a few months ago at Walmart for the first time, and we were both in love with it because, like, obviously I work on a farm, and we used to have, like, pet chickens and goats and horses as kids, and we just love that idea of dolls having things like that. They just never made anything like this when we were growing up. It would be, like, nibble, stable. It wasn't for farm animals. The closest thing we have is, like, our nibble stable, and then I have a Kelly petting zoo.
And your chicken farmer Barbie has chickens.
Yeah, and so I'm really excited. This was on sale.
A year ago, I was setting up, when Shelly got her chicken farmer Barbie for her birthday, I was trying to set up like a farm theme photo, and it's actually like, it came out cute, but it was really difficult because what I wanted was actually something on this idea. But like she said, we didn't have anything like that.
Yeah, it has like a silo for the grain. It has like corn you can make Barbie pick. It folds up so it's compact. And then it comes with some animals.
This playset was pretty easy to set up. I was surprised that it was broken apart in so many pieces because it's a pretty compact set to begin with. The plastic is very, very sturdy. I think there's like a lot of times where people give newer Barbie stuff a bad rap when they don't even own it and they just assume because it's new it's bad quality. But something I've noticed, at least in the playsets that I have from the past like decade, they have really thick plastic. It's much thicker than the plastic that I grew up with in the early 2000s, and there's barely any cardboard pieces in most of them as opposed to the playsets I had from the 90s, which would be like 70% cardboard, and if something happened to that cardboard, which it was bound to because it would crumble, then you were kind of left with this awkward looking playset. Sometimes it wouldn't even be functional. So this is very durable plastic. It didn't break or anything if I had to pull it apart and put it back together because I assembled something incorrectly, and there was even full color directions. This is a very nice set, and I think it came with a decent number of accessories too. So I'm very pleased with it, and it goes really well with my chicken farmer Barbie and beekeeper Barbies, who also have really nice plastic accessories.
These are all the accessories. So we got the pony. I need to do her hair, but it's fine for the photo. We got the 3 pigs, the cat, the dog, the goat, the lamb, the baby calf, 5 ears of corn, which you can actually put on the stalks, some veggies. Oh, you're demonstrating.
Ah! Cool.
A brush, a hen, a chick, a bottle, which it's a squeezy bottle, but there's no animal that has a bottle mouth. A feeder, a basket, a bucket. This has like little fake food, But if you open this bag, the problem is it's like plastic, so it wouldn't reseal easily. It would get ruined, and without the grain in it, it would look kind of weird. So if we
And the grain will just go
yeah,
everywhere.
if we need grain, we're just gonna
Use beads.
use beads. Hay, which has a little hook, a ladder, a rake, a shovel, this really cool hat, and 2 stools. And then this is what the playset itself looks like. Fences that come out. So you can make like a little fenced in area if you want. And then there's this really cute little hose that you can hang up here. Nice touch. The front of it's really pretty, and then it has this little windmill that can actually turn. It's not in right. There we go. So when it's closed, it has this little Sweet Orchard farm latch, but then you can open it up, and you have these really cool doors. The silo, and then you can put hay on this, and then there's a pulley so you can pull it up to the storage place. The idea is to like put this here, and you can put the bucket here like it's pulling up grain. There's a nest here that you can put the chicken in. That's very cute. This folds out.
Ooh.
So you have a little table, and you can put the stools in front of the table. The only thing that's kind of cheap about the playset is the animals are
A little hollow.
a little bit hollow, like they're lightweight, but I don't really think that's a big deal.
The chicken is about the
chicken's-
same.
yeah, the
They're like
chicken's
the ones
nice.
on Chicken Farmer Barbie. And this cat's basically identical to the one we got with Daisy. Who
Yeah, they're just like
Shelly got
a
it
very
same time as
hollow
Chicken Farmer
plastic,
Barbie.
but they don't have like moving parts or anything, so I don't really see how that would be an issue if you were like a kid playing with these.
And the pony's nice.
So this is what it looks like all folded up. You can see it's really compact. And you can put the stools in it for safekeeping. So Colleen just set up the thumbnail for this episode of Dolly Diaries, even though it's not nearly over, but we knew we wanted to do something with this new playset. So the horse's hair is actually wet because I needed to boil wash her because it was sticking up straight and I was going to wash her anyways. So we have Chicken Farmer Barbie. We have the grain that came with it, and then Colleen put a bunch of beads, and you can see she stuffed it with tissues to get it to be visible. Fern with the pigs, some added food, and you can still see the corn stalks, and you can move the corn on the other side so you can see them from this way. That's hay from my nibble stable. We have some Kelly dolls up there hanging out. This adorable Kelly doll over here. Fashionistas Ken hanging out with Pioneer Woman Barbie, who's wearing the hat that came with this set, and they're eating lunch. Really cute. And then that's Chicken Farmer Barbie's egg stand, which is also really nice quality. And Beekeeper Barbie, it was also really nice quality in terms of the play set. So this is Heath and Barbie afterwards. This is Crayola Color Magic Station Barbie, and this is her original outfit. It looked so dirty before because you were supposed to put like stencils and stuff on it, and then you could wash the dress to get rid of them. So Heath is no longer filthy. Neither is Barbie. Alright, we have some flea market dolls. I know there's been a lot of hauls in this video, but I have someone really cool that I wanted to share in video somewhere, although she's on my Flickr in the haul photo. Sunjewel Steven. His face is like really greasy. I don't know if you can see that. We saw him at the regular seller's table where we get a lot of Monster High, and I'm like, ooh, that must be Sunjewel Steven. He was wearing a jacket,
Yes.
which Colleen took off.
This Barbie tag.
Is a really cool doll. So this is an Expressions of India Barbie. So she's actually from India. I don't know if they were maybe sold somewhere in the United States too, but you can see it's a Leo / Mattel like collaboration sort of thing. I have one of these dolls from India that I got in the Kensuke spin 4 years ago, but this one is still boxed, and yeah, she was only $7. It's so cool. So yeah, this is what her bottom of her box looks like. So they don't actually have box dates, but she has this tag here, and it looks like it says like MAR, like March 97. So I thought maybe she's from 97 because she looks like she's from 97, and after fiddling around online, it looks like other people are calling her 97, but I'm not really sure. I have a collector book I ordered in the mail coming about like international dolls. So I wonder if there'll be more info about her in there, but she is phenomenal. I absolutely love Indian dolls. I just love cultures, like different cultures from around the world. I think they're beautiful. I think there's so many amazing parts of different cultures. These costumes are gorgeous, and I've always just had a thing specifically for like Middle Eastern type dolls, India Barbies, and things of that nature. I really think they should make, or like a historical American girl from like 2001 who's like Muslim, because after 9/11, obviously people who were Muslim or from Middle Eastern descent, there was a lot of prejudice towards them after 9/11, and so I think that would be really interesting and important part of history to share, and a different perspective rather than just another bomb.
I agree. Well, in one of Molly's short stories, Molly has a friend, I think her name is Anna. She's of German descent, and it's World War II. So there's a similar kind of prejudice like thing going on because her friend's of German descent. So it's interesting that it's a topic they've covered, but not like in modern times. And I think that idea is really cool. You had to like, you know, talk about how, you know, Muslims that are American citizens suffered a lot after that.
Yeah, or anyone who looked of Middle Eastern.
Yeah, that too, yeah.
They could just stop you at the airport for that, and I feel like, you know, they're American too. We should talk about them too. Marilyn Monroe Barbie. There was actually 2 others at the table, but this was our favorite, and we maybe will go back and get the other one next time. This is the 7-year itch girl. This is a really iconic look from Marilyn.
They had the pink one, the one in the pink dress from a different movie that was cool, and they had another one that was really cool. So there's actually 2 other Marilyns she has.
Yes, and I love celebrity dolls, and Colleen was the one who vouched we get Marilyn today, because your student really likes Marilyn Monroe.
Yes, someone I'm very close to likes Marilyn Monroe.
And then this is one of the ones I wanted to buy last weekend. If you watched my A Cluster of Kelly transformation video, I showed Sleeping Beauty Barbie and Star Skater Barbie. She was one of the ones I almost grabbed, but I didn't want to spend a ton of money at that booth, so I kind of picked them off one at a time because they do add up. But I've wanted this doll since she was in stores, and I remember seeing pictures of her on Flickr back when I started collecting again, and I was like, ooh, so she even has this little lamb. So we're gonna open them up, but my favorite find is India Barbie. I don't know
Steven
if you
for me is a close second.
can see how ornate her outfit is. It has like legit pearls, and that hoop on her face is her nose ring. It's so cool.
I love it.
So something interesting, I've never really seen this on a Barbie before. She has a hairnet. Like a legit hairnet.
That's so weird.
That's like a very American girlish, but she's amazing quality. She had these 2 little paper pieces, which I didn't know the chalkboard was in there, and this lamb is really nice, heavy quality. And look at her boots, man. Those are cool. And I actually turned on the camera because India Barbie, so this is like a Leo / Mattel collaboration. Like I said, the ties are different, whereas if you look at the ties from another Barbie that's like the same time frame, do you see the difference in color? So these like kind of more white cheap ones, they're slightly less flexible feeling. These remind me more of like kid core, so it's just interesting, like manufacturing difference. And likewise, she doesn't have the like same hair strips of plastic hair strips. So Marilyn has these really cool earrings. I've never seen anything like that. And her dress is like this really interesting kind of stiff material, and you can tell that I think they've run a wire through it. That's what it feels like in the hemline. So you can pose it. She's really well made. So she had a few of these like jewelry things that literally just fell off before, yeah, like her ankle bracelet's coming off. It's okay, we're gonna give her a bath. They kind of were already like broken in the package for some reason, but her outfit is really interestingly made. Like this material reminds me more of something you'd see on real human clothes or like upholstery or something, but the details are amazing. And the cool thing is she is stamped India. And I'm pretty sure my other doll is too. Her head mold doesn't have a date, it just says Mattel Inc. And then her body is from 1987, so I'm assuming that's probably when they first Leo got the rights to start producing them, and that's why it says 87, because this feels like a pretty standard twist and turn. She's filthy, and this is her nose ring. It's enormous.
Did you show all those bracelets?
Yeah, she's got all these bracelets. Like, in some ways, she's much better quality than a Barbie of her time. But then in other ways, some of this, like some of the construction kind of reminds me more of like a craft doll. Not in a bad way, just like not something you usually see. Like they have all of these like kind of metal details, but it's sort of like a cheaper feeling metal as opposed to the metal you would see on a collector Barbie. It's very interesting. She's got this really cool outfit. I'm probably gonna have to wash her outfit because it's just, her face is really dirty and her box seemed kind of damaged, and she has Kanekalon hair. It's in this really cool braid.
Your other doll, by the way, was made in India.
Yep. And is her body 87?
No, it says 66, but maybe you didn't look.
I'll have to look at her later and see. She has Kanekalon hair too, which would make sense because it's the cheaper hair fiber. This is how much bling India Barbie came with. So these are ankle bracelets. I'm not sure what that is. I have to look because it was floating around when I opened her. She has earrings. These are like really heavy metal. That's her nose ring. I took it off so I could wash her better. I took her ring out too so I could get all these bracelets off. There are 16 red ones and then 7 of these beaded ones. Then this is her hair accessory, so the pin sticks into her forehead, and then you wrap these little links around her hair. That's her necklace, her belt, her cheap little underwear. The construction is really fascinating. You can definitely tell that she's made in part by another manufacturer. And likewise, like if you'll notice her mold, like there's less definition on like her fingers than you would see on a Barbie of her time. Like she looks a little bit lower quality in the manufacturing department, and like same with like the grooves on her crotch area. Her legs are really sticky and filthy looking.
Yeah, everybody from this group was pretty sticky. Like, Barbie had a little lamb, has like, you can see some tacky residue. I picked most of it off. She had like, from the neckline of her dress. Yeah. And Marilyn has grooves in her ankles from having her shoes elastic to her too long.
So I'm gonna wash her outfit because she's so filthy. I'm not gonna wash these metal things though because the gold is kind of flaking off already. And they're, I'm pretty sure most of these are real metal. Maybe like the plastic bracelets also. And these are the girls after their bath. I didn't brush through these curls because they were so nice. So I did wash them, but I kind of just squished the dish soap through it and the conditioner. And then afterwards, I just combed out some of the pieces that were a little messed up and retwisted them, rinsed her, and poured a lot of diluted gel on. Much like I did with Jewel Secret Skipper. And then we have India Barbie over here. She's gorgeous. I removed all of her jewelry and stuff for her bath, but like you can see, her legs are way cleaner, her face is way cleaner. Marilyn looks about the same, and Steven over here, his face isn't sticky anymore. And the Anastasias and Tsar Nicholas aren't new. They're dolls I've had for a really long time, since like 2011, but they need to be washed because they were dusty, because I'm doing some rearranging. So I'm gonna put this Anastasia downstairs. So Colleen brought me home all of these Disney princess stickers that someone at work gave her that they didn't need. There's a lot of Ariel ones. So I'm gonna save these for in the future when maybe I make another Disney background. And I also got these stickers from like an Amazon holiday catalog they sent us in the mail for some reason. And I cut out a few of the pictures of the toys. They advertised in there because those could be good for crafts. We got some more cool collector Barbies from the same seller this weekend. We're getting on to like the colder weeks, so I'm not sure how much longer we're going to be going, but this particular seller told us she had a bunch more Barbies and she's going to be inside the building at our flea market, so to look for her there. She put out some new ones. These were all not out last week. I guess someone came after us and bought a bunch of them. So Cruella de Vil is an amazing find. I remember seeing her in Margot Rana's Disney doll book back before I even started collecting again, and I thought it was really cool because I didn't know they made Cruella de Vil dolls. And this doll retailed, I don't know if you can see, it's for $79.99 at Ames. That's insane. I can see why though. She's like really intricate. I have a soft spot for her because that book, that Disney book I mentioned, is the reason I got back into collecting. So it's really cool to have this doll 10 years after I got that book. I think it's like 10 years this month or next month. And then there were 2 Lucy dolls. So we have this one here that's job switching Lucy, and this one is Lucy does a TV commercial. I'm not familiar with the show or anything, but I remember seeing these dolls all the time at places like Big Lots, and they're really well made, and I just love celebrity dolls, and I think it's really cool that like she comes with this like medicine, and she comes with chocolates, and this Lucy actually has...
Comes with something else.
I don't know if you're gonna be able to see. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. He's stuck on the candies, but do you see that next to the chocolate bag? That's a bug. I felt so bad for her. And these dolls retailed for like $40. She was a little cheaper at Walmart. She was $37.97. But it's kind of crazy. So we're gonna open them after lunch and stuff, but I have some very evil plans for these Lucy dolls. You'll definitely be seeing them in skits. I thought that they're like...
They're wicked fun.
Yeah, their like outfits and stuff were really fun, and their expressions were really cool. I was always kind of curious about them as a kid. So Colleen has some tackle boxes up. I photographed this stuff for my Flickr, but I thought I'd show you what they came with. So what's really cool about these I Love Lucy dolls is Mattel made them have accessories they could hold using their ring holes. So you'll notice like she doesn't have a ring, and that's because you can insert like these chocolates, or in that case the medicine, into Lucy's hand, so if you were displaying them they could hold these accessories. And she also came with 4 little individual chocolates, which is really cool, and obviously the quality on these outfits is impeccable. Really, really well made, and even the hat has a snap. And I like how this hair piece has an elastic to slide over Lucy's ponytail, and then her medicine has the same ring attachment. The spoon was like broken in the package. It's supposed to have this other plastic piece, probably so she can like hold it between her fingers. But that's okay. I didn't bother gluing it back on because it wouldn't stay on very well at that point, even with glue. So I will just use putty if I want to use it in a photo or something. And then Cruella came with a lot of different pieces. Her things are amazing quality. This is so soft, and you can see it's like satin on the back. And the only thing is like the glitter sheds everywhere. And then she's got this really beautiful hat, these cool sunglasses, this fur muff that has like tassels, and she's even got like a little cigarette and holder. Which is gross, but very perfect for her villainess-ness. And what's really cool too is the Lucy dolls have special head molds that are made just for her, and my 2 dolls have different head molds because they have different expressions. So I have a few more random finds to share with you guys. So Colleen showed up with this Avon Barbie. She is Rose Splendor. One of her co-workers had this doll in her basement, and she knew we collected dolls, so she gave her to Colleen. She's never been opened, and what's really cool is she's from 2010. She kind of looks like to me she looked like a 2007 to 2010 doll, and both Colleen and I thought she was probably 2008, but she's actually 2010. She's gorgeous. I love her dress. And then this is a book that I got because when I showed you India Barbie earlier, I was really curious because I remembered this book. I've actually recommended it to people in the past who are from outside the US who had questions about dolls, and obviously I didn't know about those dolls because they're not sold in the US. It doesn't have all of the dolls from India, for example. My first one that I got at the flea market in 2016 isn't in here, but I was able to confirm her box date anyways. I got lucky that someone had her on eBay. There's a lot of cool information in here, and I really recommend if you are someone from outside the US or you just are interested in dolls from outside the US to get this book. I'll probably update my doll collector book video in the future. The reason I turned on the camera is I ordered a huge order for the Furlings last week, and it's come in like 3 different shipments even though I ordered it together because I guess certain items came from different warehouses, and most of it was just the usual stuff that if you watch my videos regularly you would have seen, like those pumice lava ledge things, the chins. Like I got them 4 more of those because they were on sale, some rose hips for the chins. I needed another big bag of food for the guinea pigs because they were almost out. I got some joint chewy things for Andy because he's an old man. He He needs some stuff for his joints. But I also got this wooden house. And so I gave the guinea pigs the Chinchilla's old plastic hut. I've washed it, of course. But the reason I did that is because Clyde and Napoleon would tip it and then like sleep in it like it was a cuddle cup, but they would pee and poop in it. And obviously, because it's plastic, they would basically just be sitting in their own pee and poop, and you can't give a chinchilla like a wet bath, so that's just bad news. And they also chewed the plastic a lot. They're very chewy. The guinea pigs aren't as chewy. They're usually pretty good about just eating their logs, which I believe this was in the last order I showed you guys. Like, they have done a number on this one. They really like that. So the guinea pigs got that, and they're eating right now, but Piper really likes this so far. And I also got them, it's like a little pouch thing with like a wire circle. It's in the wash right now. I got that for them to cuddle in, but Penelope sits on top of it instead, so that's why I had to wash it, because she pooped and peed all over it. But I decided to get, please excuse the carpet, I need to vacuum, I changed them out today. I got them a new hammock. This is like their favorite hammock. This is my third one I've bought like this. It's, I forget the exact name of it, but it's like a bunk bed hammock. It's really soft, but Clyde likes to chew it, so I need to get a new one every so often. Those are some of the lava ledges. I put 2 of them out. But I'm really excited, hello, to give them this, because that is the one that I bought when we got Napoleon. So, there's poops on it already. Can you see the difference? Like, they really they bonded over this. When I was introducing them the first time, obviously they were separated until like the quarantine time was over, and when I would try to get them to mingle with each other, you know, Clyde was just so lonely that he really wanted to be around Napoleon, but Napoleon wasn't used to being with other chinchillas, so they ended up bonding over this. They would sit on top of it and eat it together. So I think they're really gonna like this new one. I'm actually gonna switch. I'm gonna put this old one up top because they like to sit on top of it, and if I put the new one up here, they won't be able to chew the top part of it. So put the new one in. What's that? What did Mom get for you? Come downstairs, see what Mom got for you. Come downstairs, what's that? What is that? What's that? What's that behind you? Oh. They have different sizes at this house. This is the extra large size for bunnies. Oh, we like it already. Oh, we're climbing on top of it already. Oh. Come on down, Clyde. Show them how you like to eat your house. Our house is a very nice house. I wish you guys could see better. But it's really dark in this corner. See, they like to chew it. Oh, it's delicious. Do you like it, Popo? Colleen just set up a really cool photo for our Flickr series, My Story series, which is a series that's personal, like experiences and how we got into type of dolls and what they mean to us. And they're usually album covers. So because I recently did a lot of reorganizing on Flickr, Fiona has her own album. So Colleen wanted to make a photo for Fiona. And as usual, there's a lot of detail and quite the variety of Fiona dolls and some LOL stuff.
These are all your Fiona dolls.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you have a small enough collection of them. With I just did the Christy and Teresa photos like last weekend and the weekend before, and I couldn't fit nearly all of them. Although Christy, I did fit quite a few.
Fiona was one of my very first characters. Actually, she was, I believe I had her before Dana, and she was my 6th Bratz character.
I thought you got the Winter Wonderland Dana before this Fiona, but I'm honestly not sure.
I got them so close. I got them that same summer, but they were my first, 2 besides Megan outside of the main core. And this is my flashback fever bus, which I love.
Hey guys, so I'm going to end this episode of Dolly Diaries here, but I thought we could chat really quickly. This is long overdue, the closing of this episode. I've been filming this since like early September, and now we're into early November, but my other collector book that I mentioned is here. It came a few days in the mail. It's the collector guide to Tammy dolls, which is Tammy by Ideal Toys. She was a competitor of Barbie in the 1960s. This is a really good book. I paid quite a bit for this, I'm not gonna lie. There was another book on Tammy dolls that didn't have as many good reviews. It's really hard to find like decent reviews on books, which is why I always take the time to like photograph them, and I'm very methodical in what I talk about in my written Flickr reviews, because I know for me, like, I have a certain list of things I look for in books, like how it's organized, the quality of the photographs, does it use box dates, does it use release dates, does it have pictures of dolls just in the box or outside of the box, does there seem to be a bias in where the information is shared. This is great. This was so worth the price. I mean, I know Tammy is a limitedly released doll. Like, by that I mean she wasn't sold super long, but I'm pretty sure this is a fairly comprehensive guide. I've only recently gotten into Tammy since last year when I got Ted at the Salvation Army, and then I got Tammy that same year in the Oldie Moldies lot. But this has some really great pictures of like the fashions, and then she has like pictures of other similar Ideal Toys dolls, and there's just a wealth of information in here. It's so worth the price. Like I said, I am going to update my doll book video at some point, but I only have 3 new books. I just don't think that's really worth updating the video on, and I do have pictures of them all in my Flickr. But anyways, enough of the Tammy book. I'm gushing. I love it. The photography reminds me a lot of Margot Rana, who's my favorite book author. Bad news that happened is our hamster Bonnie passed away at the beginning of October. She passed away just from old age. She was about 3. She was 2.5 when we got her, in case you're confused, in case you remember when we got her. But the friends that Colleen got her from, she was 6 months old when they gave her to us. She was like a full-grown hamster when we got her. So I went to clean her one day, and she had passed in her sleep. And pretty recently, she was gray and slowing down, and I kind of knew it was going to happen, but we missed her so much. Like, I always loved Bonnie, but she wasn't a pet that came out as often and was as interactive. So I never thought I'd miss her like quite as much as I do, but every morning I go to like get her some fresh vegetables, and I'm like, no, she's not there. But everyone else is happy and healthy. And I just haven't really been uploading because I've been busy. I'm busy this time of year. I have a lot of work at my job, and I'm probably going to be busy again because my boss is supposed to have another surgery, and that means I'm going to have sheep chores every day when that happens, which I don't mind. I love the sheep. But that kind of adds another layer of what I have to do. But I'm not sure when that's going to happen because, you know, with everything going on right now, we've just been busy and getting used to that like full schedule when you're at home for like 6 months on quarantine, and you know, it was just my job that I had to go to, and so it was weird going back from those like 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. days of not like seeing each other, and we have stuff to do on weekends a lot of time. And honestly, I felt kind of burnt out, I guess. Social media can be really toxic, and sometimes I just feel burnt out, and I like to recharge, and I'm like that in real life. I don't really hang out with a lot of people, and when I do, I find it kind of overwhelming, and like having a lot of emails and a lot of comments and trying to create new content when you're kind of just not really feeling it is hard. But I'm more motivated now. I'm a lot more excited, and we have some things in the works, but it's just been hard to like find the time to like get it all done. But there will be another episode of As Told by Dolly's out. I'm working on another episode of Dolly Designs. We have a really special video coming up, which I'm not going to reveal anything about, but you'll know it when you see it. I have some tutorials I've been working towards, but I just didn't feel like it. So I apologize for that. And I'm sorry if you've emailed me and I've taken like 2 or 3 weeks to get back to you. I'm not really used to having a lot of emails or like texts or things. Not that I have my phone number given out to you guys, but like in my real life I don't text people really. Once in a while I'll like text my friend Lisa or Colleen like something important, but I'm not really into that. I'm not really into like, you know, small talk, so I sometimes find it kind of like draining to have to like keep up with all those things, and I love hearing from you guys, but
when I'm in my head, I find it like uses more energy, I guess. But I've been really busy on Flickr. I'm sure if you followed me on Flickr, you'll have seen a lot of photos and fun things. There's some like new dolls and stuff that I haven't even like shared on my channel, and I don't know if or when I will, kind of thing. So I'm looking at my LOLs and I just love them so much. It's dark in here, I'm sorry. Daylight savings. That also has been a thing. Cold weather, dark. It affects your mental health. But yeah, hopefully we get to go to the flea market tomorrow. It might be our last week, we'll see. If you guys ever want to know like what's going on, what dolls we have, it usually gets posted to Flickr first. If I'm kind of quiet on YouTube, I'm always doing things there. Nobody really seemed like worried or really was asking me where we were, maybe like 1 or 2 people, but just in case you ever want to know, you don't need a Flickr to like check my stuff out there, which is why I use it, so you guys can all have access to the information. So until next time, love your dolls, love yourself, and love your life.